Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we're doing the crossword for Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025. So, did you do the crossword?
I did do the crossword.
And how did you find it?
It was out of this world.
Ah, okay, I see. Very cute. That was a subtle reference to the theme.
Yes.
I caught it immediately. Did you notice?
I did.
Yep, I'm right on it.
Yes, we had a astro theme, I guess we could call it.
Maybe. Okay.
And the thing that I found interesting is, usually when you get down to the revealer, and you after you finish the puzzle and you highlight it, all the theme clues are highlighted, but in this case, it's not. So you have to go searching for them.
Yep.
But anyway, the revealer was 61 across, having ideas far too profound for anyone else to comprehend, and what might help you solve this puzzle. And the answer to that was galaxy brain.
Yes.
Which I have never heard of.
And I, even though I am a galaxy brain, have never heard of a galaxy brain either. What a weird phrase.
Galaxy brain.
It sounds like something out of 1950s science fiction.
Well, it does. Yes, that's very appropriate.
Sort of like they always...
Galaxy brain.
They used to think that computers would get larger and larger, as opposed to like the ones we're wearing on our wrists now.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so, one the size of a galaxy would probably be the greatest computer ever, the galaxy brain.
Galaxy brain.
Probably they have to call it like the Galaxy Brain 6000.
Yes. There always had to be a number, right?
Yep.
Anyway, the theme clues all had words that were related to space in some way. The first one was 18 across, which was honor for Dune and American Gods, and that was a Nebula Award. Mm-hmm. That's for science fiction, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then 25 across, like Swifties vis-a-vis Taylor Swift, and that was Starstruck.
Right.
Then we had 37 across, a Grammy-winning Soundgarden hit of 1994, Black Hole Sun. And finally, 52 across, Canadian province on the Gulf of Maine, and that was Nova Scotia.
Yes.
So nebula, star, black hole, and nova. Interesting how many sort of astronomical terms are found in things that have nothing to do with astronomy, like Nova Scotia and Starstruck. So
I noticed they also slipped in 9 down Sleeping Beauty Princess Aurora.
Well, that's true.
Which technically isn't, outside of our atmosphere, but still it's vaguely space-like.
Yes, that is true.
And then we had Icarus, who was trying to fly close to the sun.
Right.
That was sort of vaguely astronomical.
That's getting a little...
Very vaguely.
A little out there, yeah. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so that was the theme. And it was a fun puzzle. It was by Brian Copy, and I always think he does a good job with puzzles. Mm-hmm. So we've had many from him.
Yeah, I think, let's see, he does harder puzzles. This was a Wednesday one. Mm-hmm. It seems to me his tougher puzzles are more interesting. I don't know. This one was, it was good. There were some really neat clues in here, but it didn't have quite that pizzazz like some of his Saturdays have had. Mm-hmm. Probably Saturdays that my streak died on. So
I don't know. But anyway, I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
And I learned a new thing. One down. One
yes.
down. Is that a debut word, I wonder? Or maybe not. But
it is not.
The clue was nincompoop, and the answer was dingus.
Yes.
And I always thought of dingus as kind of the same thing as a whatchamacallit.
Yep.
Something you see, but you don't know what to call it. You call it a dingus. But here it's used also as a nincompoop. So maybe somebody who's foolish or a little off.
Well, that's interesting because this clue first appeared in 1953, and from 1953 to 1987, it appeared 4 times, and in at least 3 of the cases, it was relative of a gimmick, what you may call it, and thingamajig.
Yeah.
And so, your definition is spot on. So nincompoop was sort of a surprise. Mm-hmm. To be honest, dingus was a surprise too. I don't know if It sounded like it was right, but just sort of at the very edge of memory. So maybe I heard it somewhere sometime. Had you ever heard of it before?
Yeah.
Oh, you had?
As a thingamajig.
Oh, I see. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That whatchamacallit. The thingamajig,
A dingus.
the doohickey,
It's a dingus.
the thingamabob. They should be more formal, the thingamarobert, but I had a little trouble with 6 down. That was blank cerveza por favor, and it was una,
Yes.
and it's a something, please.
Yes.
It's a cerveza. What is that, like a spy cam?
I can't remember what's cerveza.
Oh, okay. I just thought you knew everything.
But I knew it had to be una because it had an A at the end of cerveza, so it would
Right.
have to have an A at the end of una. So
I see.
I can't remember what cerveza is.
I was surprised that 9 down, the Sleeping Beauty princess was named Aurora.
Yes, she was.
Did you know that?
At least the Disney one was. I don't know in the real fairy tale, whether that's a Grimm's fairy tale or what, but I do know in Disney, she was Princess Aurora.
Interesting. We had, let's see, 13 down, actress Numi of Prometheus, sort of go along there with Icarus. And it was Rapachi? Numi Rapachi, I guess?
I have no idea.
So you've never seen actress Numi in Prometheus?
I have not.
Okay.
Nope.
I noticed we had 42 across. 42 across was instrument whose name is 75% vowels, oboe.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great clue.
Yeah, that was. And it's funny because 35 down was, it was for head. Yeah. Head slangily. And so I thought, it's nog, as in like noggin. So for 42 across, I had ogo. And I'm like, I've never heard of an ogo. But then when the puzzle didn't solve, that was the only thing that looked a little off. So I thought, well, it must be oboe.
Yes.
So, and knob.
The old knob,
Your head can be a knob or a nog.
I suppose.
So,
Well, I've heard noggin. I don't know if I've heard just nog, but yeah, okay.
short for noggin.
I thought it was interesting, so oboe is another or maybe special kind of oboe is a heckelphone. And then we also had 63 across, which was clued as instrument similar to a sousaphone, tuba.
A tuba.
So I'm sort of disappointed they missed the opportunity to have sousaphone and heckelphone in the same grid.
Oh. Well, it maybe just didn't quite fit in like oboe does.
Well, no. I mean, that would have been the clue.
Oh, I see.
But I guess I got to admit, the
what you're
instrument.
saying.
Yeah, right. So the instrument whose name is 75% vowels. That's a really good clue.
That is an excellent clue.
I think that beats heckelphone.
I bet oboe's never been clued like that before. But yeah, very
Right.
unique. So
We had 44 down. I didn't understand the clue nor the answer. Course in an omikaze meal, sashimi.
yes,
I have no idea what part of the planet we're talking about.
I think it might be Japanese.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know either.
I'm
not a connoisseur of sashimi.
I sort of filled it out and thought, it sounds right, but I
yeah.
still don't know what I'm saying.
Yep. No, I don't know either.
Were you ready for 56 down? Yeets, hurls.
Hurls. I wasn't, but I did get it from the crosses.
I mean, Yeets keeps showing up, either in the grid or as a clue. But
Right.
I thought 65 across was very helpful. They provided the punctuation. Ohio City, whose name is pronounced with a long I, Lima,
Lima, Ohio.
not Lima.
Yep.
Let's see, but it's Lima bean, right? Or
No, it's Lima.
Lima bean? Well, what's Lima then?
Lima, Peru.
Okay,
That's the city in Peru.
that's right.
I liked 45 down. Dress to the nines. Dollop.
Yes,
Dollop.
not to be confused with a dollop.
No.
Okay,
Doll.
doll up. Yes. Okay, good. 62 down. Noon or midnight. XII. That was clever.
Yes. And I also liked 50 across. Middle X or O. ta, as
Yes.
in tic-tac-toe.
Yep. That was good. 57 down. Let's see. 57 down. What? No, that can't be right.
57 across.
50. No. It's a clue here somewhere. I'm going hunting for it. 47 down. 47 down was Z-lister, and it was no name.
Yes.
I guess that's as far away from an A-lister as you can get.
Right.
Or a Z-lister, if you want to read it as one phrase there.
Yes. Yes, that reminded me of our eldest, who was often in the high school musicals as a random townsperson.
Right. No name.
Yeah, just random townsperson.
We had 15 across. That was a computer that originally came in 5 flavors. iMac.
Yes,
That's-
I remember those.
That's a long, long time ago.
Yeah,
But I probably, I mean, the shape was great. The colors were great.
yeah, it was a cute little computer.
That's one of the things about, the iPhones, like the high-end model iPhones. They don't come in like bright, vibrant colors. Apparently, if you want a high-end iPhone, you must be a very serious business type.
I guess so.
And you only want like steel gray or morose maroon or something like that.
Rose
Just
gold.
like, give me bright red. Give me the colors that Apple used to have, for
Yes.
their logo.
That's right. That's right.
But
Well, maybe someday.
maybe Tim Cook is listening. Tim, if you're listening, snap out of it. Put in some cheery colors. We know you're mainly doing battle with the Europeans, but cheer up.
That's right.
Bring in some color.
Yep.
All right. I think that is it for today.
All right.
So thanks, everyone, for listening.
Yes.
We hope you're enjoying these podcasts. Please tell your friends about us and do something to make this go viral on whatever social media platform you do most of your social mediaing on.
Yes.
And we will be back again to talk about tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.